the birds because it was already poisonous.
In their effort to make local communities and Church of Uganda institutions self-reliant in their day-to-day requirements, the household and community transformation coordinators were in the Diocese of Kinkiizi during a learning and exchange visit, and agriculture is one of the main projects that the HCT Directorate is focusing on for sustainable development of its people. The diocese is blessed with diverse successful agricultural projects, and the main goal of the HCT leadership is to encourage other members from the 37 dioceses to emulate the same culture. One of the major development projects in Kinkiizi Diocese is the Kigazi Highland Tea Factory. This factory contributes to the socio-economic and household development of the Kinkiizi Diocese. At this farm, 1 acre of green leaf produces 700 to 800 kilos, and a kilo goes for 3,500 shillings. This tea is very high quality, and the trees were planted as far back as 1980 and are still producing good quality tea.
So one of the questions that I would ask before we go inside, how many kilos do you expect from an acre of tea, of a tea plantation?
1 acre a month
of green leaf.
Under good care, optimally we expect around 700, 800 kilos green leaf plant.
Every month?
Yes. That is a well-plucked leaf. Otherwise, if you pluck substandard, you go to 1,200.
Wow. How much is a kilo of green leaf?
Price-wise?
Yeah.
Currently, we are buying from farmers at 380 shillings per kilo.
Per kilo?
380
380
shillings per kilo.
per kilo.
Samuka Farmers Limited is among the model farms in Kinkiizi Diocese, and it consists of several farm projects dealing in both crops and livestock. Samuka Farmers Limited has some of the model farms in Kinkiizi Diocese, and they consist of several farm projects dealing in both crops and livestock. Today we focus on one of the Samuka Farmers Limited farms, Bwanja Mixed Farm, where different agricultural projects are being carried out successfully. Under livestock, the model farm includes a pig farm, a poultry farm of over 20,000 birds, beehives, fish, a semi-zero grazing dairy farm with cows and goats. On the side of crop farming, a well-taken care of banana plantation sits on 8 acres of land, a 32-acre coffee plantation, 7 acres of an avocado plantation, and many others. The Church of Uganda HCT program provided this farm with apple seeds in March this year, and they have flourished successfully. This private farm started casually as a small farm way back and has grown through the stages to a model farm in Kinkiizi Diocese. The farm sits on over 90 acres of land.
At Samuka Farmers Limited Bwanja Mixed Farm, we do have several projects that are incorporated into one. The reason as to why this is called Samuka Farmers Limited Bwanja, it is just basically because we have several farms across the country. We have one in Kingfisher, Hoima, we have another one in Katete, but for this one it is called Bwanja because it is located in Bwanja village. Here we do have several projects, and among them we have the pig galley, as you can see. This is the pig farm. We have the banana plantation that sits on about 8 acres of land. We have the coffee plantation that sits on 32 acres of land. Then our main project is the poultry, where we have the holding capacity of 18,000 layer birds and 2,000 broiler birds. Other projects that we do have around, we have the beekeeping, we have the fish, we have the dairy that is on semi-zero grazing, we have 20 dairy cows that are on semi-zero grazing. Then we have the goat project. We've started the house of avocado that sits on about 7 acres. We have apples. We got apple seeds of recent in March season this year from the province, from the Church of Uganda under the program HCT, and we've just started it. We received 1,000 seedlings. We've planted it at the farm. The farm started way back in 2014.
The host of the HCT officials Kinkiizi Diocese, Bishop Dan Zoreka, speaks highly of the farm, saying the farm is proof that if anyone invested their energies in any profit-making venture, it would surely succeed. He calls upon the HCT coordinators and the Anglican Church at large not to shy away from coming to learn a thing or two from the farm, and appreciates the farm directors for creating employment opportunities for the locals of Kinkiizi Diocese.
We are visiting Samuka Bwanja farm. This one is a project just to help people understand that you can invest your energies in all kinds of profit-making ventures. This farm belongs to someone who actually would be staying in Kampala, but he decided to come here and bring these projects. You have seen all these programs here in this one farm to help people also, those who are willing to come and learn from here and then go and do similar things in their homes at a manageable level. For him, it's on a larger scale, but if I'm a local of this area, I can come and either engage in poultry keeping, I can engage in coffee growing, banana management. Oh, you can see now these unusual birds, the ducks. Ducks are easy to manage. They don't fall sick, they just need water. So I would like to say that the Dasan household and community transformation coordinators have seen they can take this message and help people to start similar projects in their diocese or at an individual level start such a projects.
Agriculture farming has seen many success stories in Kinkiizi Diocese, including that of Canon Onesimus and his wife. These are church leaders from the region, but also model farmers dealing in different projects. These include fish farming, crop growing including banana plantations, apples and many other crops. Canon Onesimus and his wife also grow Irish potatoes, which they use as raw material for their crisps business.
The one which is green. Potatoes. That's why I make crisps.
Irish.
Yes,
On the same farm.
I grow, then I make crisps. I don't buy.
Irish.
Yes, I don't buy.
Okay.
Okay, we go up.
The Provincial Secretary, Canon Captain William Ongeng, encourages the HCT coordinators to devise means of being useful to the community and be self-driven people, and to get a clear vision of how they expect their dioceses to develop and focus on that. He thanks the Bishop of Kinkiizi Diocese for the great works he has led his people to accomplish.
So HCT, we want you to be useful for now and the next generation. So your plannings and your preparations that you're doing as a team, I'm happy to lead you in this team because I know I'm leading people who lead themselves. You have the ability and the capability to lead yourself. You know where you're going, you know where you're putting your diocese, you know what you want for your diocese. Please do it well. Do it well, as Bishop William said. Don't do it because you want the bishop to see you. No. Some of you who are priests, they want the bishop to look at them and say, when I retire, I want you to.
HCT coordinators from other dioceses also share what they have learnt in their visit to Kinkiizi Diocese and vow to implement it in their dioceses. They express their determination to this cause.
Strategic and especially located at the border, but also quite being practical, that the number of archdeaconries and parishes have got free land that is idle. I think this idea that we have learned from there here in Kinkiizi, we can implement in Bukedi. And I want to call upon the people of Bukedi that we can do these things and we are going to do them. And it's just a matter of time. And so Bukedi, our Lord Bishop is doing a number of activities, sensitizing people, encouraging Christians to to form groups and do what is productive. Is not only preaching, but is encouraging all the clergy to be productive in their homes and changing their lives and livelihood in all many aspects.
Okukyala mu visit eno kutuyambye nnyo okumanya biki ebikolebwa mu region eno ya South Ankole ne Kinkiizi Diocese. Bwe twatuuse wano badde bingi ebyokuyiga, abalimi batambuza batya emirimu gyabwe, enterprises zonna ne tuziraba, obuyonjo. So ffe nga ba Central Buganda Diocese tulina we tugenda okulaba nti twogera ne beneficiaries byaffe, kubanga pilot project gye baatuwa emyaka 5, so ffe abadde ekwata ku kulonda okusinga ffe baatuwa nte na mbizi, naye twagala omwaka ogunaddako nga kusima kwa Katonda tube nti naffe tukyusamuko approach, tutunuliremu areas endala ng'okulima, kubanga ffe waffe mu Central Buganda tuli balimi ba mmwanyi.
We right now are at Kinkiizi Highland Tea Factory, whereby they are trying to add value, or they have added value to the tea, which is a crop that is manned by almost every household within Kinkiizi Diocese. This is an intervention by Canon Garuga, the chairman of the Household and Community Transformation of Kinkiizi Diocese. And this has become an intervention which brings household income for everyone who planted tea. We've been surprised about the wonders that the wonder crop has brought to the households. Every household has almost everything they need. Children are studying, people have good houses, they can afford school fees, they can get every other necessity that they need in their households. They're even looking nice, very smart. They even pay their tithe, everything is good here. And so we are here to encourage everyone within the different zones, within the country. You need to know what works for your land where you stay. If you're for coffee, try to add value to coffee. If you can't add value, participate in planting. Make sure you cover all your land with that crop that works in your land.
This is Church of Uganda Family TV.
You can always give the people